So, what sort of offline games are you after?
Are you on the lookout for an action-packed shooting game or a fun-filled endless runner or the best racing games that you can play endlessly without burning your cellular data?
In this extensive collection, we have chosen a variety of games so that you can pick the desired game for uninterrupted play. As to which one you should pick to get started, it all boils down to your personal preference and, of course, mood. That all being said, let's jump right in. Starting off at number 10, we have The Ramp. The Ramp is a new minimalistic skateboarding game that captures the unparalleled feeling of real-life vert skateboarding, and that's pretty much it. It's a small and fun skate game in which you can do some challenging levels from top-down vision. In these levels, you will then have to perform your best stunts in mini skate parks. It's not hard to learn the game, but it can't be that easy to do certain tricks successfully either. There are no objectives, this game is pure freestyle and deck zen. There's also a hardcore mode that turns off some of the game's assistance with writing yourself. It also makes the game much less forgiving regarding the angle you land at. If you enable it, prepare for a lot of crashes. Before moving forward, let's take a look on our today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a mobile and PC game with the best graphics in the known universe, in which you can control a group of legendary champions and use them to save the world of Teleria from destruction. So today, I'm going to talk about boss fights for a minute. Let's break down Sylvania, Guardian of the Spirit Keep. Spirit Keep is a potion dungeon guarded by a boss known as Sylvania. She has a passive skill that replenishes her health in a significant amount, which makes her very difficult to defeat just by pure damage and speed alone. The most effective way to deal with Sylvania is to use champions who has heal reduction skill that decreases her healing effectiveness. If you do not have any heal reduction champions, you could opt for decrease max HP champions or equipping them in Destroy Set, which allows you to decrease the boss's max HP to a level where you can defeat before it could get its turn. Logging in every day is very important. Raid has a couple of new player programs that give really cool rewards simply for logging in. Be sure to complete any and all quests that you can. And this month, they've got special events every single day, plus a bunch of awesome new champions. But the big update coming this month is the Guardian Ring. It's a huge feature that gives you a load of new ways to use your champions. With all these updates, Raid's never been in a better place, and there are some more giant updates right around the corner. So what are you waiting for? Hit the link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get an epic hero Chonuru, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in-game. Moving on to number 9, we have Pinstripe. Pinstripe is a puzzle adventure game. It feels like you are playing an old European fairy tale in a slightly more modern setting. The way the characters talk, the visuals, the audio, and the story make this a very eerie, often unsettling game. The story for Pinstripe isn't fully explained. Pinstripe is an emotionally charged adventure. Play as Teddy, an estranged ex-minister forced to venture through the frozen afterlife in search of his 3-year-old daughter Beau and her perverse kidnapper. Discover the dark secrets of Teddy's past and confront his sleazy demonic nemesis. The true beauty of Pinstripe is in its storytelling and the overlying heart-destroying aesthetic that looms over every step.
Coming in at number 8, we have My Friend Pedro. This is a 2D action game where you control a mysterious character whose only goal in life is to help Pedro, a friendly banana whose wife and children have been kidnapped. Yes, a banana. To successfully complete your mission, you'll have to make your way through complicated levels full of gangsters who are ready to kill you if you try to find your friend Pedro's family. The levels are relatively short, lasting anywhere from 20 seconds to just over a minute. As you progress, as usual, the difficulty level will increase. At first, you'll only have to worry about one type of enemy, and the way to kill them will be very direct. But gradually, you'll discover new enemies, and you'll have to get used to shooting them through glass, using pans to bounce the bullets, and so on.
Next up at number 7, we have Bunker 21. Bunker 21 is an adventure horror game in which you will find an interesting and exciting plot in the spirit of classic quests and adventures. Simple puzzles for attentiveness and ingenuity, an abundance of enemies, the presence of weapons, as well as resource management. According to the plot, the main character finds himself in a world where a virus is raging, giving rise to mutants and destroying people. He has to find a secret laboratory, fight with many different creatures, and figure out what is happening. The core of the game is a level-based adventure quest. Each level has its own local goal based on solving puzzles, shooting enemies, moving speed, and so on.
Down to number 6, we have Ghoul Castle 3D. This is a first-person action RPG where you'll explore and find a way out of the deep labyrinths of this forgotten place. Fight vampires, skeletons, giant spiders, and other creatures of the underworld in close melee combat. Defeat the evil Duke, who's possessed by an ancient curse. I just finished the first chapter and I gotta say that I'm already hooked. The castle looks amazing and I'm only on the first chapter. Overall, this is an excellent action RPG that offers you a ton of different customizing options, really fun gameplay, and amazing visuals. As an added bonus, the game gets better and better with each upgrade.
Moving on to number 5, we have Ryuko. Ryuko is a third-person action game with good graphics, a setting of medieval Japan, as well as gameplay based on the precepts of hardcore representatives of the genre, where each strike could be made only in a timely and accurate manner. Otherwise, the enemy can easily deal with the main character. She is on the path of revenge after her clan was exterminated, and the goals they pursued were trampled. She has a lot of dangerous battles ahead of her, risky adventures, covert infiltrations, boss elimination, development, and pumping, as well as many other things that will please fans of extremely difficult entertainment.
Next up at number 4, we have Bike Life. Bike Life is a sports runner for real fans of cycling, because here your hero will have to get on his favorite bike and go through a dozen of the most difficult tracks. Go around all kinds of obstacles, overtake cars, and get to the finish line, getting the most points. In the game, you'll control an avid cyclist who's not afraid to take risks and perform his tricks right on the road. At each level, you'll need to drive a track with obstacles, expertly driving around them without a single mistake, because the number of points you get depends on it. Tap on the screen and guide your cyclist in the right direction to avoid obstacles and reach the finish line successfully. And safely. The main obstacle during the passage of the tracks will of course be cars.
Coming in at number 3, we have My Little Universe. This is a chic adventure project that has incorporated various mechanics and qualities that provide exciting gameplay, where there will be a place for battles and creative actions to turn the planet into a real paradise. According to the gamers themselves, they have in their hands a variety of opportunities for choosing directions for development, large spaces of a small-looking sphere, as well as much more. Simple but incredibly addictive gameplay will certainly please everyone who is tired of the same type and exhaustingly boring entertainment. Here they will rest both soul and body, helping the main character to go to the goal.
Next up at number 2, we have Severe Delays. This is a racing arcade game by David Kirshner with locations and stations and lines of the London Underground. Once in the driver's seat, control the train, which rushes forward along the way, picking up as many passengers as possible near the platforms, and even making risky jumps to other branches using trampolines. The main thing is to get to your destination safely, avoiding any collisions or departure from the highway. The controls are very simple. There are 2 arrows placed on the left and right so you can make turns, as well as the maneuver, dodging other trains. The game's Severe Delays consists of more than 20 levels, each of which is a real-life subway line in London.
And finally at number 1, we have Sparklight. Sparklight is an action-adventure set in a whimsical and ever-changing land. Gear up for adventure and battle foes in top-down action using an arsenal of gadgets, guns, and gear. Explore dangerous corners of the procedurally generated world. Take down titans of the mining industry and harness the power Sparkle. Everything in the world of Geodia is tied together by Sparklight. It is the life force of the planet, and the inhabitants have learned how to channel it safely. Geordie's self-titled Baron has devised a plot to mine the world's Sparklight core to meet his own ends. Mining Sparklight in large quantities, the Baron repurposes the ore to fuel his powerful war machines. But the pollution from the consumed Sparklight is corrupting the world.
That's all for today. Leave us a comment and let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now's a great time to start. We upload brand new videos every week. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Sarah.
I'm Paul. You can follow us on our social media. We'll see you next time right here on Android Tools.